the reason why, I mean, I don't want to do the "I told you so" route in this situation, not to you
We should.
in particular,
We should.
but
We can't do
like,
the "I told you so" route because we did. I was
because
trying to be bullish on her. I fundamentally believed in the world of 2022. I believe in the world where Americans, with given a generic Democrat, would choose them over Trump. We've seen that time and time again. We saw that in 2022. Democrats had the best midterm election since the Great Depression. But you can't fucking force it with your ideological, centrist, center-right, neocon preferences. You can't force this interventionist bullshit ideology down people's throats. You have to meet them where they are. You have to run somebody people see as a capable, charismatic leader. You can't be trying to fucking convince them to bring back the Iraq War era. They rejected that in 2008. You won off of a platform that said that we should spend money at home and not overseas. You get elected 12 years later off of a platform where you're saying we're going to create an interventionism of foreign policy for the middle class. Meet people where they are. They've clearly rejected you. Before Biden, who was the Senate Foreign Relations Committee who spearheaded the Iraq War resolution at the objection of every single Democrat who was around from the Kennedy era, they were every single president since 2004, when Bush barely won after 9/11, ran on an anti-interventionist platform. Obama ran out of pulling out of wars.
Donald
Obama
Trump
in 2012 ran out of not going to war with Russia.
Donald Trump literally in 2016. Donald Trump in 2016 ran to the fucking left of Hillary Clinton, presenting himself as a peaceful dove to the Hillary Clinton's warmongering ways. This was massively beneficial in making him look like a moderate. Yes.
He was seen as a moderate. He was widely seen as a moderate. And the reason why Democrats came back in 2018, 2020, 2022, winning nearly every single state that matters, often by landslide margins, between 2016 and 2024, Democrats had not lost a meaningful statewide race in Pennsylvania. They had not lost a single statewide race in Michigan. They had not lost practically any meaningful statewide races in Wisconsin besides 2022 when an incumbent, Ron Johnson, barely won against a leftist, Mandela Barnes. They won both Senate seats in Georgia. They won the governor's race in North Carolina. They won both Senate seats in Arizona, both Senate seats in Nevada, the governor's race in Arizona. Their mainstream liberalism is a formula that wins when you run somebody who is seen as capable and competent. Americans don't want Trumpism. They rejected Trumpism for nearly a decade straight. But you can't beat Trumpism when you try to force these hated D.C. Washington swamp psychos with -20 favorable and approval ratings down their throats because it's what you want. Because it's what they want. They want this center-right, Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney foreign policy. They want these wars overseas. They want this support for Israel. They want endless war everywhere. They want these endless commitments. They want American hegemony as the sole purpose of the American state. It's an ideology that has been rejected time and time and time again. And they can't get over it. And they're throwing us all off into the fucking abyss because they can't get over it. They need to grow up. They need to be rooted out, root and stem. That is our project. If she can't pull out a fucking miracle in these 3 Midwestern states off of abortion, if she can't pull a rabbit out of a goddamn hat, our project for the next 4 years is making it clear that the centrists were the ones who failed us. We gave them the ball. We gave them the ball in 2020. They promised they could be electable. They barely beat Trump. They came into office with massive public support after January 6th, and they failed time and time and time again. They ran an 80-year-old man for re-election. A hated 80-year-old man. They credited a midterm victory that was so clearly the result of people running away from Biden. Not a single person in the Democratic Party in 2022 ran on the Joe Biden platform. Everybody from Raphael Warnock to Gretchen Whitmer to John Fetterman did not run with Joe Biden. They didn't even say they supported him for re-election, and they won because people saw them as different. And then you run the person who they see as a failure, you're going to fail.